Where do you live, Mike?
Central Jersey, Homedale.
Okay, I live in Montville, and we got a lot of snow. Did you guys get a lot of snow?
We actually did. It's been snowing since last night. I took we have a 1 year old and a 2 year old. I took the 2 year old out to see the snow a little bit. We have chickens in the backyard, so I took him to get the chickens or the eggs, actually, the eggs.
Wait, you
Um,
have? I used to have chickens too.
yeah, I have 9 chickens in the back. And we're up to getting like 6 to 10 eggs a day now.
Wait, why? Why do you have chickens?
What?
I have chickens because over the past couple of years, the country has been crazy with so many weird things that has been happening with
Oh,
it.
okay, I like
And I'm
that.
like, yo, if they shut the grid down, I got eggs in the backyard.
Okay.
So I told MTV maybe a couple months ago that I wanted to get a coop, and they helped facilitate getting the coop. And then they didn't realize I was actually going to really do it. So I've had the chickens for the past 6 months now, and now we're getting like 6 to 12 eggs a day. I got like a little golf cart so I could take
So
my
you
son.
got them for health reasons, like to be healthier. Is that why?
Well, I mean, I got them because it's kind of like a cool trajectory to my story that I actually have chickens in the back, but more so like,
I had chickens. I didn't like them. They smelled. I
but
hated.
they're all the way in. They're all the way like in
No,
the backyard.
I just didn't like it. I'm not a farm person. It just reminded me, I was like, I lived on a farm. I was just like, that's not
Yeah,
my thing.
I kind of like it only because um, if like they shut the grid down, I got scrambled eggs.
I love that. I love that. Love
Yeah.
that.
Okay, wait, but who takes care of them? Is it you or Lauren?
No, I do. Lauren has the 2 babies, and then the one baby coming on the way. She's pregnant. She's like 57 months pregnant. She's
Oh,
about to
she's
pop right
pregnant.
now.
Congratulations.
Yeah, she's about to pop right now. So um, I take care of the chickens. I'll be honest, it's only about like 10 minutes a day. I go out there, change the water, change the food, grab the eggs, and come back. And I got the golf cart to make it quicker.
Yeah, Joe used to do that. Joe used to do that. He used to take care of the chickens. I'm like,
Yeah.
The kids
So,
must love it though.
no, they do. Every morning, the 2 year old is like, he wants to go see the chickens. It's really adorable.
ah.
I'm definitely a very mindful dad to enjoy this time while they're so young. And that's really it. I mean, I don't think anybody really knows I have chickens. Obviously, it's on the new season that's coming out in a couple of weeks, but we just got them a few months ago.
Okay. Yeah,
You're
we
a
had them on
chicken
our
dad.
show. We had
A
our chickens
chicken
on our
dad,
show.
Mike. I mean, Mike, look at you're a chicken dad. I didn't even think that was going to be the biggest news today, but you're a
Yes,
chicken dad.
I'm a chicken tender. Yeah,
You're a chicken tender
that's true.
with extra barbecue. So you're a chicken tender.
Yeah, yeah.
You are getting ready for baby 3.
Maybe number 3,
Do you know what you're having?
a girl.
Wait, and what do you have now?
One boy is 2 years old, and the girl is 1.
Oh, that's so nice. And I mean, are you going to stop or are you going to keep going?
I mean, we're gonna have 3 under 3, so I'll be honest with you. We're gonna try to figure out like how we're gonna do that, what it looks like in the house for mom and dad.
Three
Uh,
under three. So one eat, like that's a lot.
That's a
it's
Yeah.
lot, Mike.
there's gonna be like a 3 year old, a 2 year old, and a 1 year
Oh
old in
my
the
God.
house.
Was that planned?
It wasn't because we were trying to figure out how to do 2, and then we're like, okay, we can
Wait, you
kind of do
said it
2.
wasn't planned?
No, it wasn't planned. We were just trying to
Hello,
figure
we
out.
need to watch that.
Yeah, we were trying to just figure out how to do 2, and then next thing you know, it, mom and dad were having some fun one night, and now we got number
Yeah,
3.
that happened with my third one. Yeah.
Yeah,
See, this
Like,
is
but
why I just don't have sex with my husband. There's no
yeah.
mistakes.
yeah, but then out of that's funny, but when it comes to maybe the 4th, I kind of wanted the boy to have a brother, but I guess we'll see. I'm gonna take
Yeah,
it.
that would be beautiful if you have that. Two boys, two
Yeah,
girls. That's so
yeah,
cute.
but
Yeah.
we'll figure out. We're gonna try to figure out how we're gonna do 3 babies and 9 chickens.
Yeah. Oh
Oh
my.
my
Do you have
gosh.
help?
We do. We
Okay.
do have help. We have, multiple babysitters. We're always reevaluating on a daily basis on how to make home life easier, professional life easier, and trying to always get to the next level. Um, But I mean, listen, you make it up as you go along. It's never easy being a new parent, you know?
Yeah.
Or to 3 under 3. I mean,
I
I
mean,
too
God
will not.
bless you. That's like,
Yeah, I mean, that is mine are 4 and 5 or no,
Uh-huh.
5 and I don't even know at this point. They're like it's 18 months and that was insane. I couldn't imagine like another one on top of that.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. For me, the goal was always to have like a big Italian family. That was like the end game. That was like after all the hard work. That was like after me getting sober and in the prison system and like and sacrifices and pain. The end game was like family and kids. And now that I have it, you know, you got to fight hard to
you're
keep it.
enjoying it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
You got to
beautiful.
cherish it. I know. Well,
How
Mike,
many kids do you come from, Mike? Like how many?
Four.
Oh, okay. So you
I
came
come,
from a big
I come
family.
from four, and Lauren comes from four.
Oh, that's beautiful. See, like usually, like my kids come from four, and my kids don't want to have four kids
Yeah.
because they see it's a lot of work.
It definitely is. I mean, if you can get help, it's great.
No, but not only that, it's like dealing with situations and stuff.
Yeah,
Like it's a lot. Like like
it is. I'll be honest. Right now, it's like a happy circus in the house.
yeah. No, now it's good when they get older. That's what I
Oh
keep telling
God,
Melissa.
yeah,
That when you get
see,
older,
Teresa's and the older kids, we're still like in the I'm wiping your ass and like you can't take care of yourself phase,
yeah.
Mike.
My kids are. I got the two and the one, and then we're gonna have another one. So, again, it's they say when you have kids that young, it's like a really magical time. So I'm
it
trying
is.
to be really mindful about that, enjoying it, savoring it, and cherishing it.
So you're a husband that helps. You're hands on.
I am.
I love that.
I
See,
am.
my
Yep.
ex wasn't hands on. I used to do everything.
I mean, I was brought up old school, but no, I am hands on.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, old school. Is it crazy? We have like the king of Jersey Shore, right? And we have the queen of Real House of New Jersey. Like these
Indeed,
two
indeed.
Jersey, like
I know.
Yeah,
I never met you, Mike. I heard a lot about you.
yeah. No, I think that we never really officially met. I think one time we kind of like passed each other, but we didn't get a chance to say hello.
I did Dancing with the Stars with Vinny.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
that was fun. Stressful but fun, and
yes.
he
I
did so good on it.
I came out to LA to visit that
Oh
one.
yeah, okay. So I think I saw you in the audience. Yeah,
I
how
was
have you guys never met
yeah.
in
We
all
never
these
met.
years?
I've met Dina. I went to Snooki's. Oh, you weren't at Snooki's 30th birthday party.
no, no, no.
I
So
went
we
to.
probably at that time I don't think we were talking at that time.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
I went to her 30th, but I met Dina before. No, no, wait. Is
Yes,
that yeah?
Dina.
No. Is it Dina, the one that she just got the variety?
JWoww.
JWoww.
Mhm.
Sorry, I met JWoww. I've never met Dina, so it was
Yeah,
JWoww.
no. I remember there was one time where we were like maybe in passing, but we didn't say hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Look at this. Okay,
Yeah.
so Teresa,
Unfortunately, we do have one thing in common. We were both like away. That's not a good
Oh, that's
thing.
true. Yes. Now that you mention it, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Exactly.
I remember when I heard that that was happening to you, I felt bad because it's like no one wants to go. No one
Oh
wants to go
no,
do
no.
that.
I mean, when they sent me to prison, I didn't think that they were going to because I fought really hard for months to get in the zone of probation, which means the judge is allowed to give you probation or community service. They don't have to get a variance or anything like that, and they still gave me the jail.
I did that too. Like I did oh my God, I spent so
Yeah,
much money on legal fees. And what's unfortunate, I mean, I said it, I just did a podcast the other day, Melissa and I, like I signed 2 homes that my husband told me, he wanted to use my credit. So I didn't commit a crime. Like my
yeah,
husband's the one that committed the crime, but because I'm Teresa Giudice and I was on TV,
yeah.
like they made an example out of me,
do you
which
think that's why you didn't get off because they were like, "Oh, it's Mike."
Oh, 100%. I mean, listen.
I don't even know why you went away. Why'd you go away again?
Eventually had the plea bargain of the plea bargain was like one count of tax evasion. I had no priors, and nobody in the state of New Jersey in that zone ever got prison time. So when they
Uh,
gave me the plea bargain, I celebrated with my wife. I was in my underwear. I'm like, take a photo while I sign this plea bargain. And because I fought hard to get in the zone of probation, community service, and worst case jail. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to survive this thing. But they eventually they gave me all the above. They gave me 8 months of prison time. They gave me 2 years of probation and 500 hours of community service. When they gave it to me, I just sat there like, oh wow, I didn't think it was going to happen, but I guess this is what I'm doing now. But they definitely made an example out of me because I was on TV. Yeah.
Why do you think you got 8 months and didn't your brother get 2 years?
Yeah, he got 2 years. Yeah.
Why do you think the difference?
He definitely wasn't in the zone to get probation.
Oh, got it.
When you get sentenced, they look at some of the evidence that they have of you and some of the charges, and then they give you a zone, and then you say, okay, like I'm okay with that zone, or I'm going to go to trial. I waited to the last day or two, which you never want to go to trial because obviously you saw what had most recently happened when someone tried to take it to trial. They in our position or reality TV, they got many, many, many years in
Who was that?
Chrisley.
The Chrisleys.
Chrisley's.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
remember that. Oh, yes.
they didn't
And
take it to trial.
Mike, I wanted to go to trial so bad.
Me too.
No, because I was like, I didn't do anything, and I was like, I really wanted to go to trial, and then I didn't know because I've never gotten in trouble before, but I didn't know if you go to trial and you lose,
Oh
then you get like double the time.
Yeah.
yes, you can go away
So,
for
which
like
that's
10,
like
20 years.
crazy to me, or triple the time, whatever it is, you
Yeah,
know.
they can
So
send you away for like 10 or 20 years.
yeah. And then even
Which
my husband said like my wife had nothing to do with it. He was flipping homes at the time, and he's like, she just signed two homes, and
yeah,
I did it in a lawyer's office, like it was a closing,
yeah,
and that was it. And I was just like, and I swear, I thought I was just going through the motions. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going through
yeah,
the motions. Never in a million years, like if somebody put a gun to my head, said, "Are you going to go to jail?" I would have said, "No, I'm not."
yeah.
Like I'm going to shoot, and I'm like,
What
shoot,
did
because
you
I'm not
think,
going.
Mike? You were like, no way, I'm not going.
No, I didn't think I was going. I thought I was going to get probation because I had no priors, and again, no one in the state of New Jersey has ever been in the zone 11, no priors, and gotten jail time. Also, when they gave my brother 2 years, I mean, I don't want to say this in a funny way, but I'm like, oh, he took the hit. They gave him the prison time. They're not going to give me the prison time.
Right.
And the evidence that they had on me, I was. I was just working so much, flying all over the place, endorsements, TV, and I was high all the time. So there was no emails, there's no conversations with me. I was insulated.
Yeah.
So there was there wasn't a lot of evidence that like you said, Teresa, you're like, oh, I just went to a closing. My name was just on the accounts. And because things weren't done properly, that is what was the
Oh,
nail in the coffin. Your name's on the account. Something wasn't done properly. It is what it is.
got
And I
it.
had to take accountability and be like, and full responsibility and go to prison, 2 years of probation, and the 500 hours of community service. I mean, I actually just got my passport back this year, and it's almost like, you know, from when I had the grand jury subpoena. It's almost like 10 years, I think. Yeah, it is
Oh
10 years.
wow, you
Holy
just
2004.
got it back now?
Yes,
Wow.
2014. They caught me at an airport with like 7 IRS agents and windbreakers. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I like, John Wayne over here? There's like, they're all lined up at the gate. And I was like, wow. And then they handed us the subpoenas that I was being investigated for tax crimes. Obviously, at the time, which I don't know if you know, but I was in active addiction. I was very high. Obviously didn't take it seriously. But that one decision, I guess maybe in 2010, which I write in my book,
You're
that
fucking stoked.
um, that I had just got named GQ Man of the Year in 2010. Jersey Shore had just been on the scene. I just made like $5 million, and my manager comes up to me and says, "You just made 5 million. You got to file." And it was my brother, and then he's like, "Or we can get him next year." And I was like, "All right, let's get him next year."
Oh
That
no.
one decision haunted me for, I mean, it's now 2024, so almost 10 years, about 10
So
years.
Wow.
your brother is the one that said this, who then also went away for 2
Well,
years.
no, he went away. Again, you got to think about it. We were kids that I didn't have to file taxes the year before. I didn't make any money. I was a stripper
Yeah.
the year before. You know what I mean? And then you don't know what it comes with, when you make the millions and you're, you get the love of the masses or America, and you're in one of the biggest television shows in the country, you don't necessarily understand what comes with that when it first sometimes happens to you. And I was young. I was probably 27 probably. And I'm like, oh, I didn't file last year. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna,
Yeah.
yeah, someone's gonna know. They came knocking about 3 years later, and then it was
I mean, it was only 3 years.
they came 3 years later. Yeah.
See, that's not with Joe. It was 10 years. That's
Oh
why they
wow.
came. Yeah, like he filed his business, but not his personal. And then when they came knocking on the door, I was like, I answered the door, matter of fact. And then I'm like, I'm like, can I help you? And I even gave them an attitude. He's like, your husband hasn't filed taxes. I'm like, yes, he does. He files taxes. They're like, he did his business, but not his personal.
Yeah.
And then my heart dropped and I was just like, what? And then I wanted to kill him, Mike, because we're on a TV show. It's like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? It's
Yep.
like that's like pure stupidity. It really is. And
Yep.
then,
Yep.
he said, he's like, my wife had nothing to do. It was all my fault. And he's like, and then he said he couldn't believe. He's like, I think they want you more than they want me. And he's like, you
Yeah.
didn't even do anything. It was like crazy.
Well, even while I was going through the system, they had offered me. They said, "Listen, if you rat on your brother, we will give you a lighter sentence." And I was like, I'm Italian, I'm like, yeah, that's just, not going to happen. I said, and I had to take it to the end of the line. They sent me to prison anyway, but it is what it is. And then eventually, many, many years later, as I've gotten sober, I'm now 8 years clean and sober. I decided to write a book,
Good for you.
and now the book is just doing amazing. I have
Congrats.
two babies and one on the way. The show's doing amazing, so it's a good story. Yeah,
It's
That's
crazy.
good.
I mean, Mike, all right now, you have a book that's been out for what, a month today, right? Or a month?
yeah, it's about a month,
About
and
a month.
it's killing it right now. That we have like almost like a perfect rating, which is 5 stars. I think we have like a 4.7. Or on Amazon, 4.5 on like Goodreads, which are like people that really read books.
Did you make
It's
the
been
bestseller?
not yet,
I
not
mean,
yet.
he's
Oh, okay.
literally been out for like a month.
Okay.
It's been out a couple of
Yeah.
weeks. I expect it to be bestseller. This past week alone, we had meetings for it to be a
Well,
movie.
let's see the book. What's it called? So we can promote it. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, the name of the book is Reality Check: How I Overcame Addiction, Loss, and Prison. And again, the book's killing it. This week alone, we had meetings to make it into a movie, which is really, really quick for a book for people to even call
Oh,
already. So we are super excited with the reviews. It's been in the press for like 3 months straight, so we're super happy.
is
Congrats.
is it hard for you because like this was so long ago, right? I mean, you have to go through everything. You're 8 years sober, which is freaking incredible, especially
My
because
my father-in-law is 8 years sober also.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
it's
Listen,
amazing.
the journey of sobriety is a difficult one, but it's very rewarding. And so I usually scream it from the rooftops for people to let them know that like if I can do it, then you can do it too. Because like once you read my book, you're not gonna be able to like put it down. You're gonna be like, oh my God, like he survived that. Like, oh my God, like every chapter's like that. So most people that have read the book, they read it in one sitting, 1 day, 2 days. So I'm so proud of it. And again, like we're already talking about making it into a movie within weeks, which is crazy.
That's amazing. Wait, so your sobriety, was that your, because didn't you try to get sober for like a year and then you had a relapse?
Yeah, I had a couple of relapses. I went to rehab like almost 4 times. I started to try to get sober maybe in like 2012. I had rammed my head into a cement wall in Italy while filming Jersey Shore, which wasn't the smartest decision, but
Remember?
it turned out to be sort of an epic, iconic, um, I guess,
A,
scene,
a moment, yeah.
a moment. Yeah, and usually every Halloween the kids wear like the neck brace and the sunglasses or whatever. But yeah, that when I hit the wall, I in Italy in 2012, it was definitely me hitting the wall literally and figuratively. And eventually, I had to get clean or whatever because I was filming one of the biggest reality shows on MTV or in the country at the time, and I was constantly smuggling drugs in and doing some really crazy stuff. And now, like I said, that's why we wrote the book, and it's really it's my masterpiece.
No,
It's your master,
that's
other
great.
than your children.
Yeah.
Wait, did you start the drugs when Jersey Shore took off, or was that before that?
No. I was always a wild kid. I always tell people all the time, nothing influenced me. I was influencing everybody else. They were always trying to like, stop me. I was always pushing the envelope on what I shouldn't do, with MTV, with castmates, with everything. And that behavior eventually kind of maybe even led me to prison, I guess you could say, because I was sort of a stripper, and not sort of, but I was a stripper and a drug dealer in college. So, eventually I got away from that and I was discovered, and I still ended up in prison, which is crazy. So,
Was that your
I mean, I
final?
wasn't a stripper or I wasn't a drug dealer, and I still ended up in prison.
Well,
yeah, well,
see, at least maybe you could have been stripping, making extra
I
cash,
know. See
and
what I'm
I think for you, it happened, obviously, you were like a casualty of something. Like it shouldn't have happened, like, with you. Like it seems like, you just was going along with your husband, and then next thing you know, they came knocking.
Yeah, Mike, I swear, like when I was like shocked.
Yeah,
Like,
you seem so sweet too.
yeah, I
Yeah,
am.
yeah,
I know. So you can't watch the
yeah,
television and judge me.
you seem so sweet and like kind of like genuine, which is a really good trait to have. So I'm sure when they came knocking, you were like,
Yeah, I was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "He files taxes." They're like, "No, he hasn't." And I was just like, "Oh
yeah,
my god!" And then right away, I opened door, I let them in. I'm like, "I'm so sorry," because I was like shocked, And I was
yeah,
like, and then I called him. I called Joe. I'm like, "The government's here," and he's like, "I'm like, what?" I was so upset because yeah, because then obviously look what happened. But you know what? Now I'm totally fine with it because everything happens for a reason,
very true.
and like I really have, I'm sure I remarried and I really met my soulmate. So I feel like that had to happen in order for me to not be with Joe anymore
Hmm.
and to move on.
And
So
do you still have a good relationship with your ex?
yes. Yes. He got
So
deported. Because he was born in Italy. Came here when he was a year old,
they
which
still
that's
won't. They still won't let him back.
oh yeah, they won't let him back ever.
Man.
Yeah, which that's really sad because of what happened to him. And he has a huge, beautiful family. He really does. That his family is wonderful. They always have each
here.
other's back. I mean, he has an amazing family. Yeah, so he got deported to Italy. He lived there for like 2 years. The work was not that great there, obviously. So from there, he moved to the Bahamas. So now he lives like 5 minutes from the Bahamar,
Okay.
and he has his own place there, and he's doing construction, like he's building like multi-million-dollar homes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he does all the stonework, all of that. Yeah, like I was just there I spent New Year's with him and the kids and my husband and another housewife, Jennifer Aiden, another housewife. So we had a great time, and he showed me one of the houses he was working on. It was like I think a $22 million home right on the beach. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I don't think I met your ex-husband. I think I ran into Joe Gorga last year when we did a show for Nick Cannon. But
What did Lauren? You're with Lauren at the time, and you get sentenced. Was
yeah,
she like, "I'll stay with you. We're good"? I mean, how did she
uh,
react?
at the time, I was about around 3 years sober. So we were on a good road. I was volunteering at high schools and working at rehabs at the side. My employment with MTV was great. When they sentenced me, it was almost like, to be honest with you, ironically, it was kind of the light at the end of the tunnel because it was a means to an end. I obviously didn't want to go to prison. I didn't think I deserved prison. But once they actually sentenced you, you're like, okay, when this is done, it's over with. So
Mm.
that's kind of how we felt, because I was dealing with the justice system for many years. The show, not the show, but the case lasted a couple years.
Oi.
It was hard, like I said, to get evidence on someone that was kind of high all the time, and I was insulated. So there's no emails, there's no phone calls. It's hard to like nail things down. Eventually, obviously, my name's on the account, and that was it. And I, that's how I went to prison, and I had to take accountability. But when it happened, my wife was just like, okay, like when this is over, like we can start our life, which is exactly what we did. And then obviously at that same time, we were filming the show. I have a contract with MTV. So does my wife. So I knew that she was going to be taken care of when I went to prison.
That's
Dude, that
good.
is a woman.
Yeah,
She has
and you know
been
what? Thank
through it
God it
with
was
you,
only
Mike.
8 months.
Yes, I thought I was going to get out early. I swear, but it didn't
Yeah,
happen.
white collar, they make you do like 85% of the
Yes.
time.
I thought I was going to get out early, but it wasn't. At
Where
the end
were
of the
you?
day, Otisville, upstate New York. It's definitely a Jewish prison, very high profile prison for men. And I don't know. I guess the comeback is greater than the setback. I got to say that, like, even though I went to prison, things happen for a reason. It made me harder as a human being, and I turned my L's into lessons and became a better man.
That's
Um,
awesome.
and yeah.
I
How
like
was
that. I turned your
where
L's
you went
into
to
lessons.
Connecticut, Teresa?
Yeah,
Was
I
there,
was
do
in Connecticut. Yeah.
you think there's a big, was yours tough, Mike? Your jail, where
No,
you
he
went?
said no.
No,
No.
no,
I've heard of it. I know where he was. Joe was
no,
trying to go there, and he
no.
didn't go there.
When I showed up, I mean, listen, your insecurities get the best of you before you're about to go to prison because you've never been there before and you don't know what to expect. But once, I made up my mind, like whatever's going to happen, I'm going to handle it, and I have faith in myself and my God above. And that's how me and my wife handled it. And I showed up, and when I showed up the first day, like the Italians had like a big hockey bag of like guinea teas and like socks and like
Ah,
some
that's nice.
food, because your commissary doesn't work for, I don't even know, like a week or so when you first get into
Yeah.
the prison system. So you, a lot of the times, like certain groups will take care of their own.
So you like made friends, you made your way through it, and it was pretty I mean, it's jail, but it was easy, like a Teresa. I mean, Teresa was like, it was a nice little getaway. I had great food. I had got worked out.
Again,
My place was easy. I mean, it was. I was like, this is such a
Again,
joke.
I hate to say easy when you're talking
well,
about
yeah, you don't
jail.
want to say, listen, you're away from your family. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, I
horrible.
mean, the hardest thing was being away from my 4 daughters. I'm like, that was like, I was like,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that was the hardest thing. Otherwise, I mean, listen, the hardest, and then you can't leave there. That's the thing. But
Yes.
I worked out every day. I rested. I never took nap. I mean, I used to take a nap in the afternoon, like they do in
Every day.
Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every day. Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
never did that before.
I came out looking like $1,000,000.
Exactly. I was so well rested. I looked the best I've ever, like my body looked like amazing. Yeah. I mean, I just
How
read
was
a lot. I
how
prayed.
was the food,
I
Mike?
read, I prayed, I wrote my book, which I came out, Mike, and my book was a New York Times bestseller.
Yes. Yes. I heard.
Because I
Congrats.
wrote it, that's what I did. I wrote my book, and
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah, same. When I was in prison, I was thinking about writing my book, and eventually, here I am today, and we have it, which I love it. But the food, I will say the food wasn't great, but because everyone liked me, they liked my story, they liked like, all right, this guy's turning over a new leaf, trying to be a better man. I
Oh.
a lot of the guys, they took me under their wing. I was able to get special TV time only because people like me. If it was the opposite and I was a prick, then it would have been a different story. But people liked me. I did get extra food. I was on a diet to get in my best shape. So I had like a cucumber salad every day, extra chicken. And these guys would smuggle it out to me. I would watch myself on TMZ or TV or Jersey Shore Family Vacation, which was definitely weird because they were airing my wedding at the time, and it was my first year of marriage, and I'm in prison, which is not very nice.
yeah.
So I saw myself on TV getting married, and my first year of marriage, I'm
Aye.
in prison, which is crazy. Yeah.
But thank God you were sober already. Could you imagine you get sentenced to
Oh yeah.
jail and then now you have to get sober, Mike?
I
Listen,
mean, then
people.
that would have been great too, because then he would have had no choice.
No, but like
but people can go either way. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Like,
I mean, you're right. You're right. Yeah,
they
you're
can,
right.
they can go either way, and your life is going to get
But you're
worse.
Italian, so you're strong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are strong people. I had it inside me the whole time, and I came out and I was a better person. And then and that was it. But it was I don't know. It definitely was an unpleasant situation, pun intended. But um, like Teresa said, everything happens for a reason. It made me into a better man, and it makes me have an amazing story too. Like
Yeah, Mike,
I got a
imagine me. My parents were off the boat. I'm first generation. My poor parents. I felt so bad for them. Like they were so devastated. It was so hard for them. I know my husband was like at the time, my ex-husband, he felt so bad. And it's like I kept telling my parents not to worry, because
yeah.
they were, I'm sure they were like so worried about me. But I used to tell them every day, I'm fine, and I was like, don't worry about me. I'm sure it took years off their life, unfortunately. Because then look, I came out, Mike. I don't know if I don't,
You. I remember when you came out. You was jacked.
no, I came out, no, but then 8 months later, I lost my mom.
Oh my God, I'm
So
sorry.
that's what was so devastating to me. And then that's when I knew it was over with my ex because I was so upset that I was like, you made me lose time with my mom. And I blamed him for, I was like, that's when I knew it was definitely over. Yeah, because I lost my mom. And then 3 years later, I lost my dad. So it's
Oh,
like,
sorry.
yeah, and so it's been rough, but you know, unfortunately, I have my kids and I'm an
Yeah,
amazing,
How
yeah.
man.
was
I
So
mean, listen, you just said it. We're Italian. We're tough.
yeah.
Tough
yeah,
times don't last, but tough people do.
How was
yeah.
your family when you did this? Like they had two
It was
kids.
really tough. I had like the whole MTV team in the courtroom. My wife Jenny was there. JWoww, Vinny was in there. The big MTV boss. My family, everybody was crying. They didn't think I was going to get sent away. They thought I was going to get probation. I actually, because I was planning my wedding
Oh.
at the same time. And I'm like, oh, if you're going to plan your wedding during your court case, you're thinking that you're going to get probation. I'm trying to move out my life, and then once they handed me down the judgment of prison time, like, and in that moment it was like, oh my God, are we still going to get married? You know what I mean? Because we were just
Oh.
planning everything.
Wait, so
Uh,
then you got married, right? So
I refuse to let my circumstances define me, but I let it refine me. I went ahead with the wedding anyway.
when was the wedding? What month?
The wedding was at the Legacy Castle, which is North
Okay, it's near my house.
Jersey. It's really, really nice over there. We did it with MTV. We did the show. My wife it was a beautiful, gorgeous wedding, a beautiful ring, all that stuff. And then probably a month or two later, we asked the judge to give us the holidays, which was the Christmas and New Year's, which usually you ask for that, which they gave it to me. I had an extra month or two, and then I was off. So
Wow.
my first year of marriage was in prison, which
Literally. Oh my God, that was so fast after. Oh, well, listen, at
But,
least you got
but
married
at
though
least you were there for
before.
the babies.
yes, but
Yeah.
I wanted to get married because I wanted to leverage my celebrity. I wanted to leverage my employer, and also it was part of my story. And it was just because it was part of my story, I wanted to be authentic and put it on TV. So I still was able to have the wedding of my dreams from me and my wife. But then, and also as part of my story, I'm getting paid. I
Mm.
have a contract, and then I'm off. So now I know when I go to prison, my wife is getting paid. And she's okay.
Yeah.
And we just had an amazing wedding, amazing memories, and that those memories from my wedding helped me um, get through some of the tough times away from my family. I'd be able to reminisce or think of my wife walking down the aisle. Unfortunately, while I was in prison, I mean, I'm sure a number of tears have come down my eye, but because my younger self and my bad decisions robbed me of my first year in prison.
But now
But
you have the rest of your life
yes, but at the same time,
sober.
it also made me a better man, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you see both sides of it. It made me into a better person, and I think a lot of people have issues with understanding when certain things come your way. If you allow it to, good and bad, to mold you for the better. And only I'm not going to say only the people that have went through the fire understand that type of um, view. But because most people, when they face an obstacle or something bad, they stop and they go the other way.
You're right.
And they won't go. They won't continue to go forward. The people that continue to go forward and become or rise above, that's what I think what life's all about.
Yeah, and I'm sure, Mike, you've inspired so many, you
Oh,
know, like the young generation, because they all watch you, they watch Jersey Shore. So I'm sure you inspired so many people to like turn into on the right path instead of going the opposite path.
Yeah, I mean, you're also proof of that as well. That like you can have like one bad chapter in your story. That doesn't mean that things are over. You know what I mean? You continue to move forward and make more memories and more chapters. You're the author of your own story. Make it a good one.
No, you're right. Yeah,
were
I
you
mean, yeah, you're
nervous?
right. I mean,
Were you nervous though going to jail, like that it would do something to your career
I
or
mean, I'm
hurt it?
reality TV. I thought it would make it better.
yeah. No, for guys, it makes it better. I think.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Like
probably
you get stronger and tougher.
yeah. I mean, me going to prison was world news. You know what I mean? It was everywhere, and it's just being a reality TV star. The rules are different. You know what I mean? So me going to prison, it's like the saltiness that only seasons your sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a good situation, but if you become a better person, it makes the story better. To be honest with you.
And you know what I loved about with me, I loved that Bravo waited a full year till I got back. Like
Oh yeah.
they didn't film until I got back,
Oh, that's nice.
which I was
Yeah.
like, "Thank you, because this is the reason why
Yes.
I'm going."
Yeah. Yeah. Same thing that they were waiting for me the whole time.
Oh, so
They
I didn't know if they were filming with your wife because your wife was on the show.
no, they filmed slightly a little bit before,
Oh,
but
okay.
not a lot at all. Like while I was in prison, I was worried about that. Like, oh my God, like, am is MTV going to move forward without me? Which no, they didn't.
Well, I
Uh,
mean, they could have still kept filming because your wife,
yeah,
your wife was on.
yeah, no, there was some small scenes, and then I was out. So, but they definitely waited for a couple months because I was in there for 8 months. It was almost a whole
Yeah,
year.
like what happened with me? It's like they stopped Housewives, but they did a special with Joe and the girls,
Uh huh.
which was nice because I mean, they took we lost everything, so it was nice that he was able to make money while I was away.
Yeah.
So and then yeah, because I mean, I got stuck paying everything, like all his past taxes, like because
Oh, it's a nightmare. I
yeah,
mean,
so I
listen,
got stuck paying everything.
when I see you in person, I'm gonna give you a big hug. You're a warrior. Okay, I know
Thank
how hard
you.
I know how hard it is. But the comeback is always greater than the setback, and you showed that. I showed that. And we're
Yeah,
gonna.
I'm glad I finally got to meet Mike the Situation.
Yeah, no, it's a pleasure to be on this podcast. I've been doing press for like 3 months for this book, and then I think yesterday we were doing the Tamron Hall talk show, whatever,
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
which was nice. Yeah,
I
but I was.
and just to let your wife know, me and her I used to go to her hairdresser, Gianna.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah.
Gianna's so
So yeah,
nice.
so I know I know that your wife goes
Yeah,
there. So
yes, we love Gianna. She usually does my hair for sometimes 4 times a week.
oh, I like that.
If
Wow,
I
you're like Teresa. You guys are so alike.
yeah, yeah, I'm always getting hair.
That's where I was coming from my hair girl, and she was like
Yeah. Oh my
laying
God.
in it, and I was like,
Oh
not
my
good.
God. I didn't know we had the same hair girl. That's funny.
Is it hard though? Like, because someone always like, did you have so many questions for Teresa when she got out of jail? Like, is it hard now after all this? Like your book, going through the drugs, the jail, like the really lows of the lows. Is it hard to kind of talk about it and relive it again?
I mean, it was definitely hard for me to write the book. I mean, my son was in the NICU, and that was really hard. And we went through a few miscarriages, and those things were really hard. But like knowing where I am now, um, again, 8 years clean and sober. I'm a dad of two and one on the way. I'm very proud of everything I've been through because it made me the man I am today. So I give those really gritty details on these talk shows and everything about the things that people didn't know of smuggling drugs on set and the crazy, because I want people to be like, wow, if Mike can be sober and Mike can get over those obstacles, I can too,
Yes.
because my story is so crazy. Um, but like again, it's about overcoming obstacles, and that's one of the reasons why I wrote the book, and I always scream it from the rooftops about, like, never giving up on yourself and continue to move forward. I mean, just to get on TV, you need to be a strong person. Imagine going, and then there's prison and all these other things. So we're definitely some tough SOBs on this podcast right now.
Yes. Yes.
You've been through a lot, Mike. I mean, just becoming, like, overcoming addiction is I mean, that's game changer alone.
Most people,
Yeah, that
unfortunately,
is.
they don't make it,
You
unfortunately.
don't.
And for me, I started out, it was just, I was in my 20s. I wanted to experiment, like most people. Most of us, we all did that, and I didn't understand who I was, self. And I had an obsessive personality. Everything had to be, 0 or 100, the parties and the women and the drugs and the fame and the cars. And it's a miracle that I made it to the other side.
It is, Mike. The
Most people,
way 500, almost half a mil a year on drugs and stuff. What was it
I,
again?
I, I spent about a half a million on
Oh my God.
cocaine and oxycodone, and then I spent $1 million to defend my case, which I'm sure Teresa knows how much money it costs with lawyers. I
Yeah.
spent $1 million on that. Um,
Who was your lawyer?
I think it was your lawyer too.
What was his name?
The first one, Henry.
Yes.
Wait a second. So we had the same hairdresser. We got the same lawyer. We went to
Yeah.
went to
Wait, why'd you use him? Because I went to jail. Why'd you use him?
Okay, I used him because I had spent about $1 million with another lawyer,
Oh, yeah.
and then that me and that other lawyer shook hands and was like, okay, he had to like part ways because I couldn't pay for him anymore. I spent $1 million, so
I
then
Who's that lawyer? So we just know not to use him.
I went to Henry, which was your
Yeah,
lawyer,
now it's coming back now. That was
because
my attorney.
it was almost like consignment. It was like, you'll represent me and I'll pay you later.
Yeah, because you know what my thing was? Mike, they already knew that I was going to prison. That's what pissed me off.
Probably the same with me too.
It's pissed me off because here I'm thinking this guy's really fighting for me because I thought I was gonna. That's what I did all these programs. I was supposed to do probation and all this, like,
Same as
yeah,
Mike.
helping the community. And I
Same.
feel like it was just all a joke. And they just took me for a ride and spent all this money. And then I went to prison. I'm like, I didn't even.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's such a joke. When you're in the public eye, I feel like it's a given. You have to go away. Like, that's it. Otherwise, they get ridiculed, like, for not putting us away.
I just remember sitting in the courtroom, and like I said, I was already 3 years sober. Beating the devil himself, which is addiction. I was volunteering at high schools. I was working at rehabs. I sat there like, do your worst. You know what I mean? Like, I had totally changed my whole life. And I was also in zone 11, which, should have afforded me, with no priors, community service and probation, a combination of those two, but they gave me everything. And I just sat there like,
No, but now that because I really didn't know your case, and I was just like, if it was only 3 years, like, you could have paid it back. It's taxes. You could have paid it back. You
that
know.
wasn't even an option.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it was only 3 years. Like, I'm just saying you could have paid it back. Like, I'm
No,
saying
8
if it was a
months.
regular person, they would have never got jail time.
100%.
A regular person would have never got jail time.
I paid my restitution like 2 months before my sentencing date,
Oh, see
which
that?
Oh
which
my
means
God.
like which
And when
means
you do that, sometimes you don't get jail time. Like,
which means I'm going above and beyond here
yeah. Oh my
to,
God.
to show the court, show the public, everybody watching, hey, I'm paying this restitution payment, but usually people pay it like in a payment plan, like, after or whatever. I paid it before my sentencing date. They didn't care. It didn't matter. But again, I had to take accountability. I obviously broke the law. I got to say that, and I had to be a man and own up to, um, my crimes. And that was it. You
Do you
know,
still talk to your brother?
of course,
The
of
one,
course.
okay. So it still you guys still stayed together even through
Oh,
the,
a
okay.
100%. When they sentenced him to prison in 2 years, I mean, listen, I was like, oh man, he took the hit for me, but that wasn't the case. Then they sentenced me next. We were downstairs. Into my book. We were downstairs in the courtroom, handcuffed, being ready to like um, processed, and like I just remember that feeling of like, okay, like this is a means to an end. I saw him coming around the corner because you get fingerprint and also like a photo, and there
Oh,
was a
were you guys together?
yeah, there was a
Oh,
sense of
no, no,
comfort.
I'm saying, were you
Oh,
guys together in
yeah.
prison?
Oh
Yeah.
no, I would have liked that, but
Oh,
no, they sent us to two different
different
prisons. But
one. Yeah.
when when they handed down the judgment and they processed you in the basement, I just remembered having like a sense of comfort, almost like we were young kids, where we were doing something together, sports or whatever it was, and we both made mistakes. I was on this roller coaster that went just a little too fast, and we made some mistakes. We had an unbelievable time, made unbelievable memories. I'm a legend in my business. I'm still to this day I get nominated for reality star of the year every single year the past 3 years.
Good for you.
um,
That's amazing.
and I got a good story to go with it, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
for me, family is number one. And
I mean, I have to say the one thing is they never handcuffed me.
they did it.
I never got arrested. They treated me
Nice.
like, yeah, with white
Good.
gloves, if talking in that
Good.
sense, like they didn't do
Yeah.
that. And when I came home, like they were good to me because I was filming. So it's like they didn't treat me like everyone else. When I was like, thank God for that.
Yeah, it
No,
was
I
it
mean,
was
because I guess they knew deep down, like
yeah.
I
No, they
wasn't even
yeah.
though I am a criminal, but I'm really not
Yeah.
a criminal.
Yeah, no. When they processed me, they were like, "Mike, we're sorry, we have to do this," which was kind of cool. I definitely put that in my book. But the
Um,
second that I walked out of prison, out of the barbed wires in the background, I had a massive company picking me up outside. I had MTV, picking me up outside. I got the Mike guy, Mike and me. Like there was just no rest. It was straight to tell the story and
That's
work.
how I mean, when I left prison, Mike, there was so many paparazzi in
Paparazzi.
cop cars following us
Yep.
to my house. Like I think they got a
Yeah.
little bit on Bravo, and my lawyer picked me up. My lawyer is Angelina's lawyer.
Angelina's lawyer.
Yeah. I met Angelina too. I met her once. Yeah.
Oh,
Like
she's
Angelina
wild.
on your cast,
She's
Jim
wild.
Leonard is her lawyer. So we both have
Okay.
the same lawyer. So
so
I met Jim
was
and
it
he's
like that
really
for you, Mike? Like a lot of paparazzi
Oh
waiting?
yeah, definitely. We had to do what's called evasive measures to try to shake the tails
Were
when
you
we.
covered like in the SUV? I was covered because they were trying to get my they were trying to get the first photo.
We had the we had the SUVs, the Escalades, MTV, the Mike people. Like they, it was definitely a spectacle. It was world news. It was everywhere, and I was happy to just be out. I was happy to see my wife, have my freedom. Once they take away your freedom,
Yeah.
boy, when
I
they
mean,
give
this
it
is
back to you.
wait, let me tell you another story. When I
Wait,
was
wait, hold on, Teresa, real quick. What was the first thing that you did after filming when you got home?
The first thing I did when I got in the car was I like tweeted like I'm free bitch, like a Dave Chappelle gif, and then I tweeted the cast like I was on my way home. My wife was with me, and we ordered Danino's Pizza, which is one of the best pizza places in our area in our state. Yeah.
And then you made baby number one.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Yes. Yes.
I went straight from like getting out of jail straight to the house filming. right into
Yeah,
filming.
we were filming the whole time. Yeah, they filmed me calling the pizza place, ordering like 4 pizzas and chicken cutlet sandwich and
Oh, so you were filming too?
yeah, I was filming the whole
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you know what happened with me? Like, were you allowed to go outside?
I don't think I went outside. Once I got inside, like I just wanted to eat pizza and make love to my wife.
No,
And
no, no. Meaning when you were in jail, were you allowed to like
Yeah.
walk
So
the
tell more
track?
about that story.
Yeah,
oh,
I'm talking about when you were in jail. Like, did you like walk the
oh,
track outside?
I was allowed to go outside. There was paparazzi getting shots of us.
Like that's what there was helicopters over
Yes.
my track, and you know my camp we used to have lockdown, and a lot of the girls were so pissed at me. They were like
Yeah.
they used to, like a lot of the girls were mad because like they weren't allowed to, like
Yeah.
the whole jail was not allowed to go outside because they put us on lockdown because paparazzi was outside.
I was worried one time when my first week in prison. I got so much mail from so much fan mail that it shut down the mailroom. And I'm sure you're in prison, where you were in prison, you know how important it is to get your mail and how
Yeah,
important it is that the inmates love
yeah,
getting
I
mail.
got a lot of mail too.
They, they love getting their magazines. They love it's a thing. I got so much mail. We shut it down. Oh, I shut it down for a little bit. Now the warden had to come see me, and he's like, "Listen, you shut the mailroom down. We got so much mail." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I don't really want to cause waves. I just wanted to do my time and get out of there."
You're like,
Right.
what
I
can I
know that's the
say?
thing.
I'm
And then
Mike.
people get mad at you and it's like not even your fault. You're like,
Yeah, it wasn't even my fault. I was like, I'm sorry, but fortunately for me, like I said, I was well liked. I really was trying to do the right thing, and I had just become a few years sober and a married man, and I think people saw like this kid maybe that I was portrayed to be a villain trying to turn over the leaf, and they saw that in real time, and everybody was really receptive of that.
Well,
ditto,
Mike,
ditto. They
this
thought I
was
was this crazy person flipping
Yeah.
tables, like
Yep.
that I was such a bitch. Like
Yep.
nobody really messed with me. And
Yeah.
they thought that I was this like and
Yeah.
that
You
meanwhile
seem like
I'm
such
like the
a
sweetest
sweetheart.
person
Yeah,
ever.
you seem like such a sweetheart. I can feel your energy from here.
Thank
Uh,
you.
but what I do know about the flipping table situation.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know,
people.
but like that was only one time. Like that's not really who I am. Yeah.
that was caught on camera at least.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, Mike, listen, we've been so excited for this for a long time. I mean, 8 years sober, a brand new book, a brand new third baby on the way. I
Yes.
mean, God is good, life
Yes.
is
Still
good.
filming the show, Jersey
Still
Shore,
Yes.
filming.
Yes.
rocks. Yeah.
Jersey Shore is #1 for MTV on Thursdays. Every time it's on air, you know what I
Awesome.
mean. So it's like
Amazing.
it's a blessing. It's the
Yeah,
fans.
MTV is amazing. They really are. Yeah, they're great.
So
Congratulations, Mike.
thank you.
Tell Lauren, we're so happy for her. We're so happy
Yes,
for baby number
congratulations.
3.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
What
incredible.
season are you guys on Jersey Shore?
Oh my God.
Do you guys
We
do it by season or no?
well, we did 6 seasons in the first franchise, but this one's set up in A and B, and we're on like season number 8. So A and B would be ×2. So it'd be like
Ay,
16 of the new and 6 of old. So we're almost like on number 22 or 23.
I'm
jeez.
we're I did 14.
Yeah,
Season
it's so
14 is
crazy.
going to come out in the spring.
Mike,
Listen,
do you ever see a time where you're like, I'm done with this?
I
I
mean,
have my family.
I mean, no, I love to. It was always my dream to be on TV, not necessarily reality TV, but um, I would like to do different reality shows. Like maybe I can go around the country and like save lives, like the show
Wait,
Intervention.
you were just on were you oh no, you weren't on Traders now, right?
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no.
okay, someone else. Yes.
Yeah, no, no. I would love to do a reality TV show about recovery and go around the country and like save lives, kind of like an intervention. Again, Jersey Shore is like the #1 show on Thursdays for MTV. We are working right now on making Reality Check a movie and a documentary as we speak, which is so cool. And it's going to be a really big
Are
year.
you going
So
to play yourself?
I don't know. I might be. I think I would prefer maybe Miles Teller to play me, or but I would like to be in it as a cameo. Maybe I'm in prison. I'm one of the inmates in prison.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
or maybe I'm in rehab, one of the patients in rehab, to make a cameo. So right now we're just discussing how to do that. The movie, the documentary, and the recovery reality show. So, but
It's amazing.
it's gonna be a good year.
That's so
We're
good.
happy for you.
Congrats. Yeah, amazing.
Congratulations, Mike. This was awesome.
Wait,
So
Mike, do you
happy.
mind me asking how old you are?
I just turned 41.
Okay. He's a
Baby.
baby.
You're
I
a
know.
baby. Babies having babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 51.
Oh, God, you guys, you're 51 and you're.
Well, she's younger. Liz,
What am
how
I,
old are you?
40? I know, I'm your age. Am I?
Oh, okay.
42? Yeah, 1 or 2.
Okay.
Wait, I can't fucking remember. After 40, I'm like, fuck it.
I
I don't care.
I'll be honest. I don't even. I mean, I'm a young dad or whatever. But I don't know. I don't even really even count anymore. You know.
Yeah, you're young at heart. You're a
Yeah,
kid.
it's just a number.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lauren's what? What is she? 26. The
No,
girl looks amazing.
Lauren's still in her 30s, but I consider us to be like the coolest, like 30, 40-year-olds around, to be honest
Of
with you.
course. Duh. Yeah.
You have the chicken coop. You're chicken tenders.
Yo, I got a
I mean,
chicken
we have a
coop in
lot
the
in
back.
common. We have chickens. We have a
Oh my
lot in
God, I
common.
didn't know that we had so much in common. That's so cool. Again, thank you so much
Wait,
for
do you
having
speak
me.
Italian,
Thank
Mike?
you.
I do not. I wish I
Oh,
did.
io parlo italiano.
I wish I did.
Yeah.
Anyway, when I do
Thank
see
you.
you guys, I'm going to give you guys a big hug. It was
Yeah,
amazing.
definitely. Wait, what kind of Italian are you?
My half Sicilian, half Napolitan.
Okay, I'm Napolitan.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
See
Mike,
that?
this is going to come out next week. So
Okay, cool.
excited. It's a video
Yeah.
too, so they'll see the book too. Obviously, they'll hear it, but they'll see the
Yes.
book.
Can't
So-
wait to meet you. Definitely want to hug you when I see
Yes.
you. So
Make sure
Can't
to
wait.
send me the assets and all that stuff so I can help promote and things like that. You guys were
ditto,
amazing.
ditto. Yes.
Been wanting to meet you guys for a while, and I can tell that your energy, you guys are so sweet. So
Thank you.
Can't
Right,
wait to-
right back
Mike.
at you. Right back at you.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah,
Have a
and-
great
and
day.
is that your
Baby
home?
number
Your home's
3.
beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I've been
beautiful.
here, Homedale 5 years. So
Yeah.
we're just making it up as we go along. We're some new young parents, and we're also in reality TV. And it's not bad for an ex-convict, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you-
not
you're
bad.
good.
Not bad
You're
at
good,
all.
Mike. You
God,
did good.
yeah, God bless you and your family. You're amazing. Amazing. So,
Yeah.
Thank you guys. All right,
All right,
guys.
Mike.
all right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love
Love,
you.
love,
See you
love.
soon.
Bye.
Bye, Mike. You guys, thank you as always for tuning in. We hoped you loved this interview as much as we did. And thank you as always for giving us those 5-star rates and reviews and comments.
Yeah,
We will
and
see
make sure you get
next
our
week.
merchandise. Oh, I
Oh,
just
yeah.
got my hoodie. I got
Oh,
my
you did?
Yeah, right here. Look, my Namaste bitches right here.
You
my
need it for the
my
cold.
my zip up hoodie right here.
Lift it up.
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
Good, right here. I just got it.
Shop Heard
And I
At
was wearing
Media.
my hat today. I got my skull knitted hat.
Amazing.
And I left it in the car because I was running out. Because today there's
guys-
a snowstorm again here.
Shop.heardatmedia.com. Go get our merch. It is waiting and ready for you. You guys, thank you as always. We will see you next Wednesday.
Yeah, and follow me on Instagram, Teresa Giudice. And where can they follow you?
Melissa Pfeister.
And Namaste Bitches Pod.
All right, guys. See you next Wednesday.
Love you guys.
I knew it. Another Heard At Media production.